All right, so here's how I would do this. I would make this whole thing a prefab. The way I would do it is figure out where you want the origin to be first. So, like, a lot of times you want to think about that in terms of making snapping easier. So, I figure this is the front of the thing. So, we maybe making the snap point at this origin would be good. So, you could see in order for that to work, you just have to see where the pivot point is, not the center. Because if you have the center as the snap point, things will like snap into the middle of it or whatever, which isn't what we want. So we're gonna go to pivot, and then I'm gonna take this corner piece, and I don't know. Honestly, I can't decide if this would be a smarter spot or this would be a smarter spot, but we'll just go with this one. We'll trial and error, and I'm gonna right click on it, and I'm gonna hit create empty, and we'll just call this like junkyard because this is going to eventually be the parent of the whole thing. But I just needed a quick, easy way to get it in that exact position. At first, I told you 000, but then I realized that's not really a good idea. So then I'm going to make it so it's not the parent, or I mean, not a child of that anymore. So I just dragged it out into its own spot. But you can see it's still in the same exact location. It's just no longer a child of that. And then I would select all of the things, which I guess this is a thing I don't know if that's a thing you want or not. You'll have to fix it. That doesn't look like a thing you want. This looks like a thing you want. And what's this one? That looks like a thing you want. All right, so the rest of all this I think you want. So actually, what is this? Oh, I see. So each one is a different line or something. So anyway, then I'm just going to collapse these things so that it's easier to click them and select them all. Actually, the trick is if you like hold Alt when you click up here and then click again, it collapses everything. And same thing if you do that, and you can also expand everything that way. Anyway, so I'll select the top one, hold shift, select the bottom one. You don't need event system. We'll have one of those in our other scene. We actually don't want that directional light. We don't want that camera. But the rest of it I think we want. So I will drag these things into my new game object I made. And then I'm just gonna go into my prefabs folder and drag it in. Well, actually, before I do that, I am gonna go ahead and now as well I'll change its position to 000. But you can see it's still oriented relative to the rest of the object the same way. And it looks like that worked. I don't know. I don't know what's supposed to go down there. Is there something there, or is that just nothing? I can't tell. We might need something there. It doesn't matter. We can add it later. I'll make this thing a prefab. And that's that. I guess I can save the scene. The only reason it's different is because I changed the hierarchy and made it a prefab. All right, I'll commit that real quick. Created prefab out of junkyard scene for combining into a new main scene. All right. So that's the workflow. We just need to do that with the pond and then make a new scene that's based on the town demo scene and just stick the junkyard in the pond where you think they should be gameplay wise. We can always adjust it, but that's the thing. We'll need to like start playing to understand if it's good, or maybe there needs to be multiple ponds or I don't know, something like that. But this is a good first step. All right, I'll catch you later.